right, guys. So normally Tank takes over this stuff. I'm actually gonna go. I want to talk about what Kevin Feige said about Secret Wars and what it really will do for the MCU. So I'm gonna bring up this article and we can kind of discuss it together. All right.
Mhm.
So right here it says Avengers Secret Wars will reportedly soft reboot the MCU, and I have mixed feelings about it. Right, but the report is during 2007 during Secret Wars it was going to wrap up the multiverse saga, which we started in 2021, and they're basically going to bring back a lot of our old people that have already passed away. So here's the quote from him. We have a quote from Kevin Feige, sort of implying like Secret Wars will serve as a soft reboot in which they could prune everything. That's not using the Lokiism. They'll prune everything that's not working. So they'll just keep what is working and bring back people you thought were going forever. So that means we could bring back Iron Man. We can bring back Captain America. We could bring a new T'Challa in. We cast T'Challa. So we could do a lot of things that we're talking about. That's where they're saying now. So I want to know what everyone's thinking about this. Is I'm saying first, what do you think about this now?
I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. Bringing back Iron Man is it's a no brainer. You're gonna have to go younger. Which you could do. You could do like a young version of Iron Man. I don't know. I mean, you could pull a bunch of different stories.
You don't think they could just go old Iron Man and bring back Robert Downey Jr.?
They could. I mean, the dude ain't making no movies after Iron Man. He thought he was gonna like be a superstar again. I was like, no. You need to put a like button on that. Like you need to come back. Same with Chris Evans.
Exactly. Chris Evans hasn't been doing anything, so why not come back?
These guys left and thought they were gonna be the superstar and stuff, and I was like, man, and that it kind of points to, I forgot, was it Nolan or not Nolan? Was it Scorsese? I think where it's like there's no superstar, there's no like actors. It's the character. But I'm like, yeah, it should be to me. Like the character is what's important. But what I'm thinking is, can you? What they did for Sam Wilson, making him Captain America, I think they can keep that and bring in like Steve Rogers Captain America, whether it be a recast or bringing back Evans. And I'm like, that would be kind of interesting having two Captain Americas, going at the same time.
That was how it was in the comic books,
Yeah.
And because honestly, Sam was only Captain America for like 2 years, and then he gave it up because of the whole conflict we saw in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Not Falcon, and was it the Winter? Yeah, it was. So so the whole conflict of, can I be a Black American and still be Captain America? That's that idea, that duality that you have to face every day. Would I be accepted by America as their Captain America? And that in the comic book, he was dealing with that, and to a point where he just said he gave it back up.
Yeah,
and Bucky ended up taking it over, and then when they realized that wasn't working back, Steve Rogers came back.
Yeah, but they had a whole like battle for the shield or something like that, which was a cool run. It wasn't like a battle; it was just like who wanted to do it. But the thing is, like, too, like Steve didn't want to do it. He went like dark for a little while with the Secret Avengers. So they were like this, like, what they are, Secret Avengers. They were like a spies kind of. So he had like the which is what we saw in Civil War. His suit there, I believe, it was like all like kind of blacked out, which is
when he was called
he was like Nomad, I think,
Nomad.
Yeah, so they kind of did something like that, but he didn't wear the helmet in the comic book, so I was like, they could do something like that and have the guy in the red, white, and blue, or they can just go 50-50. I think that'll be cool. So like you could bring in other characters and keep like the Mantle bullshit that they did with him. I think will be interesting. But I think definitely, obviously, for us, T'Challa is the big one, and what we're gonna do with that. And if they're gonna, it seems like they're gonna keep everything going, and the whole pruning thing sounded really interesting because I was like, that just makes everything that's going on with Loki even more important. You know what I mean? So
it makes so much sense with Secret Wars because you know what we're going to get, guys. We know we're going to Battle World. We're going to have a Battle World. They have to introduce Dr. Doom, and he creates Battle World, and he saves everyone. Everyone's on that one Earth, and everything else gets pruned. So they can pick and choose who they want, and they can kill off people and whatever, and then they could come back to it and say, this is what we're gonna bring this character back. We're gonna bring this character back. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Mhm.
Bro, it's just like Flashpoint. It's a chance to
Yeah.
change everything. And this is Feige's chance to say, I need the best characters to lead the Avengers going forward. They could change it up. They could, instead of going Captain America, what if they go Captain Britain?
Yeah,
You know
they
what I'm saying?
could.
Like they could just do those type of things that would make sense.
Small changes that you can still keep Sam, and then you get a new character, just a slight little twist. Oh, would you bring Sam, Agent Carter back?
I would.
I would.
Personally, I would.
I would.
Because I would love that.
Yeah.
Because we still have Captain America. You can't say, oh, you're doing all this stuff to it. It works because we saw her in What If. This is a what if situation.
Yeah.
So I think that it works. And we already saw it works and saw how cool it could be. So this is a chance to say, okay, I'm gonna take this what if and we'll make it a reality.
Yeah. 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 I mean, for me, the T'Challa one would be the biggest one, because he never got his story really started. You know what I mean? Like it just took its first step. It just went
hour and a half of screen time.
Yeah. So it was like we had so much going forward, with what it was. Cole Lords, what's up, Cole Lords? I haven't seen you guys in a while.
Oh, I was gonna say let's cast T'Challa as Star-Lord. Let's go. Give me that.
Yeah.
Star-Lord T'Challa.
We already got it. Go. It's great. Yeah, I love that version of T'Challa.
Dude, we didn't even have to do anything with Thanos. Thanos became under him.
He's already good.
he fixed the world.
Yeah. He saved the universe without even knowing it. Yeah, it's Tropic Thunder reference. Yeah. Who said it? Poon's Cat said, yeah, RDJ became Iron Man and appeared in blackface the same year.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through all these comments to see what everyone's saying. All right, Brandon says, we moving the universe forward. Why go backwards? Because there's iconic characters and you need leadership to be able to make this stuff go work. The only reason it worked so well, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 is because you had Captain America, Iron Man, you had Thor, you had like the quality of all the greats. And then 3 really blew up when you had T'Challa. You adding the greatest of all the Avengers all in one movie.
Yeah.
That's what really made it, special.
Yeah.
And it's hard going forward without those greats. It's like trying to redo the DCU and not having Batman or Superman.
Mm-hmm.
It's really like that.
Exactly. And it's also, you're bringing in Fantastic Four, X-Men, you're bringing all the Fox stuff over, and you're not going to have big characters that are very important to a lot of the stories. So, if you want to eventually, because then you could do all the stuff. Eventually, you could do like X-Men versus Avengers, which is a great, not great. It's a really good storyline in the comics and stuff like that. So, you can do even acts that they just
give me Hulk versus Wolverine.
Yeah,
give me Hulk versus Wolverine. Please. That's all I want.
Yeah. So you're kind of going forward by going backwards instead of like vice versa. Like it's not a hindrance. It's gonna elevate the story.
Agreed.
So you're bringing all the toys back.
Exactly.
Which is what everyone wants.
Spend more money. The comics were really more dark and realistic. Even Iron Man being an abusive drunk, something the movies didn't dare do because it was too close to Robert Downey Jr. That's why.
Yeah.
So Robert Downey Jr. became Iron Man and appeared in blackface in the same year. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Xavier says, I'm excited for the soft reboot. Give me my T'Challa back. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on. You guys know. You don't need me going there.
Bring back the king.
Give me he's perfect. So let's just go from there.
Yeah.
Exactly. I need T'Challa and Storm marriage. That's a whole storyline. I have all those comic books. Before the wedding, I have all of them. It's so powerful. Oh, give me that. Man. Xavier says, Star-Lord T'Challa will work too, though.
It was fun. You can always like that. how awesome would that fucking be? That they give us a recast T'Challa, so we get T'Challa proper, King of Wakanda and all that stuff. But then they decide to like tie in like a what if thing, and now
The
we get
variant.
another fucking T'Challa. So it's like we couldn't get one in this shit. Now we're getting like two, like say going forward. Like that would be super cool, where you can get like a T'Challa Star-Lord meets like T'Challa in the real world. I think that'd be super
all
cool.
I know is the
And
ultimate.
you can have two different actors too, which would be even better.
Yeah.
Like
Well, the Ultimates needs the intergalactic thing of the Wakanda. So you need that. You have to, and it's what he leads. Black Panther leads the Ultimates. Him, Blue Marvel, Captain Marvel. Like you need that.
Yeah,
So, that'd be cool.
that'd be super cool.
Lucian Lyons comes back as Black Panther. If you know. Oh God. And they nominated him for an Oscar. Yeah, he did. Said, it's because RDJ was Tony Stark. He really is Tony Stark. We didn't even realize it. Like, thank you, Hey, thank you for bringing Robert Downey Jr. to this, because he is Tony Stark.
Yeah,
He is really that full of himself too.
I thought it was gonna be so bad. I'm like, that seems like a stupid, and I was 100% wrong.
He was perfect. Like I was like, wow, you are everything Tony Stark is supposed to be.
Ever since that, I'm always like, I'll wait and see. It's like no more like, oh, this seems like it's a bad cast. Like, nah, I'll wait. I learned my lesson.
Cookie, I agree with her. Says, give me good X-Men, please.
Oh,
You
please.
have to. You can't do X-Men 97. Bring that back to Disney Plus and not do a good X-Men. It has to be perfect. You have to develop the characters. You have to care about the characters. We need to know Cyclops has to be a douchebag but a good leader. Jean has to be so powerful but kind of shy a little bit. You need to have Professor X. Storm needs to be the badass that she really supposed to be. It doesn't have to be the Wolverine store.
No,
Rogue
you
has
need
to be
Rogue
the right way.
Yeah.
You can't just like F her over. Like,
don't make her a fucking 16-year-old. Like that's what they tried doing in the Fox. They combined Jubilee with Rogue, and no, Rogue is Rogue, and she needs to be like, I want that accent. I know we talked about it before. I want all that. Same thing if they decide to go a Gambit. It's
Gambit.
like,
oh, can you imagine if they don't give Gambit an accent? I would revolt.
Yeah. Oh my God. Who
Channing Tatum's what they always.
I love Channing Tatum. He's great. He
looks like him, but he definitely doesn't sound like him. So
that'll be hilarious.
I wonder if they do Tom Cruise. Would he be Iron Man? That would be actually interesting if he did. We finally did get a Tom Cruise as Iron Man.
I would like to see a variant, but I wouldn't like him to be like the main Iron Man. One, he's too damn busy, man. He's all about the Mission Impossibles. He wants to make like 8 more.
I don't know if he could do Iron Man and not run. I think it's in every script that he has to be running with his shirt off. Like,
oh yeah, he could be Quicksilver. We're gonna make you run real fast.
Like, that's all I wanted. It's everything I ever wanted.
Starts crying.
So if they reboot, do they bring back Thanos?
I think so.
Hey, you bring back Star-Lord T'Challa, he could be part of his crew. Talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to do the Infinity Gauntlet like story again. You know what I mean? You could stay away from like the stones and stuff. And now you have X-Men and Fantastic Four. You can go a bunch of different routes.
You have Deadpool. You could bring back Death. You could bring Death in and then have Thanos chasing after her. I mean, that's a really interesting thing. More proper for what that is. This is also the perfect way to introduce the X-Men to the MCU. Exactly, doing the soft reboot. Now you have all the things happening with X-Men.
Yeah. And that's what I heard he wants to do. He wants to kill the Fox X-Men. Like, kill them all. And I think they're going to do that in Deadpool from the rumor says. But